The black men out there. I love black women and I always will. But I know damn well that I'm not going to defend every single one because there are some of them out here that don't deserve my love at all and don't deserve my protection at all. Now I know some that's just saying, "Oh well, y'all motherfuckers don't protect us anyway." Okay, Well, I guess they know every single black man on the earth that doesn't protect black women. I guess they just know that by heart. They just know every single black man. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh the way that black men who date out and black women that date out act. They are the ones who uphold white supremacy, and they are the most loyal to white supremacy. Because not only do they consider themselves inferior, they are mind shackled. They're fucking slaves in modern day. That's exactly what they are. I'm gonna tell you like this: all these swirling women out here, like Crystal Swirls and Crystal and Karazin, I ain't got no respect for these whores. And I'm gonna call them whores because you know why? They whore themselves out to white men. Crystal and Karazin has a dedicated fucking, website, has a dedicated channel to whoring out black women and non-black men. Black men ain't no better, the ones I talk about on my channel, because they're over here telling other black men to stay away from black women, and that doesn't make any fucking sense either. It's stupidity. Plain and simple. You got a woman practically whoring herself out on camera and whoring out black women to non-black men who ain't doing a motherfucking thing for them at all. There's not one goddamn law being changed for the justice of black women who are being raped at the hands of these white men every single fucking day, or being murdered at the hands of these white men every single day, or for black children being harassed by the police, or black children or black men being killed by police. There ain't no laws being changed, but black women still sleeping with these men. Black men still sleeping with these women of the dominant society. Black people really don't learn their lesson. They don't, it's like people have said many times before. The mistakes of the past are doomed to be repeated in the present. Basically, if you don't learn from the past, you're going to repeat it. And apparently, a lot of black people just aren't learning. I ain't going to throw you under the bus, though. I'm simply calling it like it is and telling it like it is. But there ain't no, and I'm going to use this term loosely in this case, with quotations, there ain't no sister, and yes, I did make the hand gesture just now. There ain't no sister out there that I'm going to defend when she's on a platform talking about how she's enjoying divesting in black men. And that she and her sisters need to continue doing that, and they shouldn't be sleeping with any other black men on this earth because they don't want to give birth to more N-word children. They are basically sounding like white supremacists with black skin. Just like these black men who are fucking foolishly brainwashed, just like them, who say the N-word about black women and about other people in their communities, other black men, even the children in the community. These people are doing the work of their enemies and not even realizing it because they're so far gone, so far fucking, destroyed in their mind with the mental shackles on still, that they don't understand that they are doing the devil's work for him. And they are not only condemning us as a people, but also condemning themselves because they are alongside us. Even if they don't want to believe that they're black, they are. You literally got black women out here who are talking like white women now. Because you see, the thing is that the black women that date these white boys, because I'm never going to give white boys respect. I'm never going to call them men. I don't respect them enough to call them men. And I don't respect any other men on this earth besides black men who do right either, okay? I only care about black men that do the right thing by their families and stand up for their women and love their communities and are trying to reach the goal of getting away from its oppression and saving their people. I can respect men like that in my community. But they listen to these white boys like Cohen Nanik. They go all Google and Gaga over some fucking white man that doesn't even have a black woman in his life. He just wants attention from black women because he first was doing a channel about fat bitches. Now he's doing a channel about black women and biracial women wanting to be with white men and talking about how white women how black women taste and how black women smile. Man, the fucking titles this guy has is ridiculous. It's pathetic. It's attention. That's all. That's all it is. And unfortunately, we got some sisters, as I use the term loosely, I said, who fall for this bullshit hook, line, and sinker. Literally even donated money to this dumb fuck who's doing nothing for them. Giving them kind words and making them feel good. But he really doesn't give a fuck about them at all. He ain't got a black woman in his life. So it's like, you're looking at these women that be on these channels and shit, and they'll talk about black men in the most negative way. And I've talked about black men who've done the same thing to black women, because I don't enjoy that at all. I don't like that. I want us to be together. I want us to love each other. And the ones who love each other in our communities are a hell of a lot more than the ones who don't, believe it or not. But here's the problem. Don't expect me as a black man, and I know most of them are going to say we don't. Don't expect me as a black man to give a fuck about you. If you're literally not giving a fuck about black men and saying you're done, you're divesting in us. Even the motherfuckers you never gave a chance to, because you've been wronged so many times by black men, and you believe that all black men are bad, even the ones who you never gave a chance to. And you literally have white supremacist males on your fucking platforms in the comment sections with you, calling black men the N-word, and you're doing the same thing, sound like a white supremacist yourself as a woman. And then I hear black men talk about how black women are upholding white supremacy. In this case, I can believe it. Now, I know my true sisters out there who I talk to on a daily basis on my channel, and the ones I know in my life, and the majority of black women are not upholding white supremacy, but the ones who are out here dating these men, the ones who are out here marrying these men, the ones who are out here giving birth to the devil's seed are upholding white supremacy to the highest order. So much so in fact that they are sounding like white supremacists, because they call black men N-words, want the death of black men. They revel in the death of a black man being killed by police or being killed by any white man. The same as these black men that hate them. The black men that hate black women and the black women that hate black men are pathetic fucking people. They really are. They're the true agents of white supremacy, if you want to put it that way, because I do. I put it that way. I will never in my life defend any black woman that is on a platform of swirling, that is talking about divesting in black men, talking about they don't want to give birth to more N-word children. So not only do you hate black men, you hate black children. That's what you're telling me. Or more specifically, you hate black male children who have done absolutely nothing to you. So if you see a black male child being killed, you don't give a fuck about it, because you hate black males as a whole, from a child to adulthood. It's ridiculous and it's pathetic. Women sleeping with men who are not changing laws for them when they are the most raped on this earth, and the men who rape them the most on this earth are white males. That's statistics. That's not me saying it. That's statistics. They always want those statistics at me. That's statistical right there. White men are the biggest perpetrators of rape, of sexual assault. And the most raped women on this earth, unfortunately, I hate this, is black women. I hate that. I really do. And when I see a black woman with a white man, I see a slave with her slave master. When I see a black man with a white woman, I see just another mandingo slave with a white woman that wants to toy with him. I'm not a hateful person. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm not spewing hatred at all in this video or any other video that I've done. But YouTube continues to want to shadow ban me, so my channel will get low views. Okay? Because they don't like the fact of what I'm talking about, because I'm talking fucking reality here. They rather push this interracial fucking bullshit agenda with all these interracial couples that nobody really gives a fuck about. They're just getting a goddamn push. Okay? Because they want that to be the way that black people go. No. Majority of us black people are not buying it, YouTube. The majority of us black people are not buying into the interracial bullshit at all. Not even black women who you think are truly buying into it. They're not. But I still call this bullshit out for what I see, because that's what I see. It's nonsense. So I know I should care when a black person dies, and majority of the time I do. It affects me because I'm black, and even if they're not blood related, they're family because they're black. They're in the black community. They're from the black diaspora, from the African diaspora. But that woman that was murdered by that police officer, I really can't feel bad about that. I really can't. I mean, it's sad and it's sad that somebody lost their life, but at the same time, she was a swirler. So, as I've said before, and I'll say it again, when you put yourself in a situation with demons, you have to deal with the situation with demons. You have to be ready to accept the consequences. And most black women who can't stand black men who divest, as I've said before, use that word a bunch of times already, they are getting into a situation they think is best for them, is better for them, and it's not. Because we are seeing more and more black women being killed by white men, even though they want to tell us that black men are killing them too. And I acknowledge that black men have killed black women, yes, in abusive relationships, and black women have killed black men as well. And I don't like it. I don't. Some have even taken the lives of their children. But I am seeing more and more cases of black women being murdered by white men now. Just as much as I've seen black men getting killed by white men. Okay? And still, these women don't learn. Still, these women, despite seeing the hatred, despite seeing laws not being changed when they're sleeping with these men, despite still seeing your sisters being murdered by these men, you are still advocating for these men. You are still telling your sisters to date these men and have their children, that they're the best option for you. They're the best option for you to fucking die. But you still tell your sisters to go out there and get yourself a white man. Whore yourselves out, read books, read books on how to attract a white man. Have a bunch of white women friends that could be your best friend. And the more you hang out with them, the more you'll start acting like them, the more you'll start talking like them. I see it happen all the time. Black women that are with white men, the majority of them want to be white women. They start talking like that. They start putting on all this fucking crazy ass makeup they wouldn't normally do. And I'm not saying black women don't put makeup on, they do, but they just overdo it when they go with these men. They have to read books on how to attract them. You have to read books on how to attract a white man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm getting out of here. I gotta go. I'm gonna leave with this. I'm not hateful. I don't care who says I am. I'm not hateful, but this is just pathetic. I see it from black men who date white women, and it's not all black men that want these white women, so stop the lies, please. But when I look at these black women, and they are literally on here with white supremacist males, and still advocating to be with these men after seeing all the shit that's happening to our children, as well as themselves and the men, you still telling black women to be with these people? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, I swear to God. It is absolutely fucking insane, man. It is. I'm out. I gotta go. Leave your comments in the comment section. I'll get back to you. Oh my God, what a wonderful world we live in.